Hi friends, welcome back. Are you ready to decorate for fall? Maybe your budget doesn't include money for new things. Maybe you just don't want to buy anything new. Well, pull up a chair, grab something to drink, and let's decorate for fall without spending any money at all. Psalms 103 verse 5 says, "Who satisfies your desires with good things, so that your youth is renewed like the eagles." We all want to have good things, and the Lord wants us to have pretty things. He wants our homes to be filled with joy and happiness. Let's decorate for fall. So I'm going to give you a list of some things that you can do, and then I'll show you how I did these things in our home. You can see a few things behind me. Decorating fall makes me happy. It brings me joy. But if I have to go out and buy things to make it look perfect, that doesn't bring me joy. Some years we have it in our budget that I can. Storm says hello. I have it in our budget that I can go buy a few things. And some years I don't. This is one of those years that I challenge myself not to go out and buy new things. So, are you ready? Let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is go into the closet, your basement, your attic, wherever you keep that special box of fall decorations, and pull it out. I want you to get all of those things out. Put it on your table, put it on the floor, put it on your bed, wherever it works for you. And I want you to sort through all the things. Do you have anything that is just didn't survive from last year? Maybe some things are broke. Friends, if you watch the video from last year, you'll see my little fall village. And I told you it was 25 years old. I did a little bit of math, and it's closer to 29 years old. And I dropped it. And I knew that even if I tried to glue it, it wouldn't hold. And so it had to go. And it makes me sad, but it's okay. We're going to move on. So if you have some of those things that just need to go in the trash, it's okay to let them go. Even though they might be special memories, I still have pictures. It's okay to let them go. So then, Then, after you have everything and you've looked at everything that you have that you can use, I want you to shop your home. Don't shop in a store, shop your home. Here's some ideas of things that you can use that might be in other places of your home but can be moved around and used for fall decorations. Do you have candles, plants, pictures? Did you know that you can take pictures out of picture frames and put other pictures in it? Yeah, it's okay to change the pictures out. Do you have salt shakers, books, ribbons, burlap, scarves? We don't wear scarves like we used to. I bet you have some scarves somewhere. Old curtains, puzzles. And you know what? Puzzles don't have to be glued. You can frame them. If you're very careful, you can frame them. Or just put them together to bring joy. Coloring pages, artwork, old calendar pictures, magazine pictures, blankets, pillows, pillowcases. Look at what you have in your home that can be used for fall decorations. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle out these things throughout our home instead of just putting them all in one spot. We're going to put a few throughout our home and spread this fall joy around our home. Here's a hint. If you have tire decorations, you can put them in the back, put them up high where people don't notice them as much, and they're still going to look beautiful. And then we're going to step back and we're going to look. Do we like it? Does it bring us joy? If not, move things around. It's not set in stone. You can move things around. I did it. So are you ready to see what I did and how I used it? All right, hang on and let's get started. This is our mantle. This is the focal place. This is where we gather and everybody sees when they walk in the door because everybody loves a good fireplace. This is simple. It's not fancy. So as you can see, I have green plants. Those plants usually live here because I like them. And if they're here, I see them and remember to water them. So we have one over here, and then without making you seasick, we have one over here. Okay? Then next to it, we have my kerosene lamps. I don't have any kerosene in them, but these are working kerosene lamps that can be used if we have a power outage. I'm not planning on having a power outage, but I can still appreciate them and make them look pretty. Again, you see little knickknacks. We have bless the family beside us and love between us. That came from the dollar store years and years ago. We have a little salt shaker, a little squirrel. You see squirrels a lot. They're working hard in the fall. He's a salt shaker. He came from the dollar store. And this is a picture. I went to Hobby Lobby, saw this picture. I took a picture with my phone, and I came home and I made my version of their picture. I had everything. So I drew this myself. You can see my initials on it. And it's not in a frame. It's just propped up. That's okay. I have some candles. I have some more salt shakers, my little foxes. And in the middle here, I have my son's pictures. They are dressed as engineers and a beautiful apple frame. I covered up their faces because, yeah, you know how the world is. But I pull this out every year, and I can actually change their picture out and put my granddaughter's in it. If she gives me a picture, it's okay. This is another find from the Dollar Tree. Autumn, falling leaves, pumpkin pie, happy fall, hot apple cider, family and friends. That was $1. That was back when things were $1. Here's the other salt shaker and another pumpkin that I drew. Then we have, again, another kerosene lamp, my little turkey, and my plant. Up here on the top shelf with my little cows, you see some fall leaves. You see some old pumpkins and some more fall leaves. Well, friends, these fall leaves have seen their better days, but if they're up here, you can't tell. Even the little pumpkins have seen their better days, but they look fine if they're up here because you're not going to actually be up close and personal. Now I'm sitting in front of the fireplace at the bottom part, and you see this right here. Let me move you down a little bit. Now you can see it better. This right here was my husband bought this. Let me get you situated. There you go. My husband bought this years ago. I mean, years ago. And it's kind of big. It fits great here. But friends, it is old. Sorry, I'm cutting off my face. If you don't believe me, look. These are falling off. These look like a mouse has been into it. So you know what I did? I turned it around. This side looks great. No one will know the difference that this is kind of on the back. And then next to it, I just put this book. This is a book that I used to read my boys every year at Thanksgiving. We read this book. And if you ask my sons, if you go up to them and say, it is good, they're going to say, to give thanks to the Lord. That is this book. And I just have it sitting out. It's a fun, special memory for my husband and I and my family. And it just sits here next to this one. Ready? Hang on, there's one more. And on this side, if you remember from last year, This is my wooden plank. I found this at a secondhand thrift store. I'm pretty sure this was a craft thing gone bad and they just donated it. So what I did is I sanded it a little bit. It still has a little bit of texture, but that's okay. And I just kind of had some paints. I touched over it where I could. Touched over a little bit on that. And just to sit here, it looks fine. It says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good." Psalms 118:1. And it is just going to live right here on the side, because even if the logs are turned on, it's not going to get a lot of heat. And I can move it over a little bit more if we need to. Here again is, hello, you can see me in the mirror. This is an old organ. It was my grandmother's. I showed this last year. I've showed this every Christmas. I decorate this. These are the same decorations that I got when we first got married. We got married in October, so this were the first decorations that I bought. And these scarecrows, they have seen a good life. You can see some of them have holes in them, but they just go in the back. I don't put lights on this anymore. I used to light it up when the boys were little. They loved it. But we're still using these decorations. It's kind of dark over here. We do have some lamps, but we don't normally turn them on. So no one sees these scarecrows that are a little older, because honestly, no one comes in my front door. We always come in the carport door. So this is the organ. Storm says hello. And here is our tree. If you've been following along with my videos this year, you've seen this tree over and over and over and over. And it has just decided to live in our living room. It gives off some light. There are white lights on the tree. You can't really tell in the video, but there's some candy corn looking lights. I don't know. Hang on, let me see if I can zoom in and let you see it. There's one of them, a couple of them. You can see they're supposed to be yellow. You can't really see on the video though. I'm sorry. So what I did on this little tree is I put the little candy corn lights on it. And I had some leaves. These are leaves I think I bought to go outside. And honestly, friends, we don't have trick-or-treaters that come here. We only have 2 families that come. Last year, only 1 family came. So I decided to use our decorations on the inside. I can do something later outside if we do. But I just wrapped these leaves around there. I had a couple of ornaments. That's what you see over there, right there, and there's one at the top. I found those years ago at a dollar store that has since closed, and I don't know why I only bought 3, but I did. So it's okay. And this is the little tree. My husband likes to turn this on in the mornings because it's not a very, very bright light. It's a dim light in the mornings. We also turn this on in the evenings now that it's getting a little dark earlier when we're watching our movies and we have just a pretty little glow. And this is what we do. So next to it, are you ready? Let me pause you so I don't make you seasick. So this is our TV. And as you can see, I put some fall leaves. There's a little picture of Kaylee right there when she was a baby. That was her first Halloween costume. Of course, I have her face covered up. She was a cotton candy girl. And then I have another, Storm's going to walk by you. I have another one of those Dollar Tree signs that says, "Give thanks, happy harvest, gather together, blessings, all are welcome, and Thanksgiving." The little one says, "Gather with grateful hearts." And that just goes over there. And there is Kaylee a few years later. She's picking pumpkins in her Papa's pumpkin patch. So this is simple, not fancy at all. Now this is what I was talking about. Another example of putting the things that are a little worn up high. These are artificial flowers, artificial mums that, again, I bought years and years and years ago. Sometimes they lived outside. Sometimes they were in here. But they're up top. This is my, as you can see, my dishes. It's up top. Nobody's going to see them. We have some old pumpkins. Hello, fall. Welcome, friends. Those are beside it. No one really looks at these, and even though they're worn, it's okay because no one's looking up close and personal. You're probably seeing it more up close than my family does. And here is my buffet. Storm's going to tell you about this one. Yeah. So these lanterns were actually given as a Christmas gift. Excuse me. I got one year for our bedroom, and they hung around in our bedroom. And so I brought them up here. There are orange cinnamon candles, so you can actually burn these if you want to. We just don't. And then right here, this is a candle holder. I shoved some lights down in it so it can light up if we want to. We usually don't, but we can. I have my pilgrims that my mother-in-law got me. And we have some more little salt shakers. This was my brother's sister-in-law gave me these. And my mom called her neighbor. They lived, their bedroom doors were near each other. Their bedrooms were close together, so they called each other neighbors. So that came from Nana's neighbor. So friends, we've made it all the way through the house. I've sprinkled it throughout the house, just little pieces. I have just one, mind you, one fall tea towel that hangs on my oven door. I just put little pieces here or there just to spread a little bit of fall joy and Thanksgiving. And it's not complicated. I didn't buy anything this year. So let me know in the comments below if you have decorated for fall. Did you buy any new treasures this year? And if you did, I'd love to know what they are. I love to find new treasures. Some years I can, some years I can't. So this was just one of those years, and I accepted the challenge. So if you haven't subscribed, I would love for you to do that. My name is Michelle. It's a pleasure to visit with you. And if you're new, it was nice to meet you. So remember, friends, I love you. Most importantly, God loves you. He loves you so much, He sent His Son for you. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye-bye.